Hello, Jim Howard here in Fort Worth, Texas. Today's date, it is April 28th of 2016. This is going to be a video blog, so it's going to be sort of what's been going on. I purchased a new cell phone, the BLU Life One X, $150 from Amazon. I purchased it and a SIM card and a SD card, and I got 1 day free delivery. Ordered it about 4 a.m. They didn't ship for about 5 hours or something, but I still got it that day. I wanted this phone because it's got a really great display. It's got a 13 megapixel camera on the back, a 5 on the front, fast. I looked at all of the reviews on YouTube. And I don't know who it is. I want to thank whichever. I was watching the review of this cell phone, and the gentleman mentioned that he peeled off the transparent little foil that was over. I would never have known that it was on there if I hadn't have watched his video. It was because it's just exactly that size, clear plastic. I would not have known that it was on there. I'm not sure when I would have discovered that it was on there. I watched all the reviews, and almost every one of the reviews commented that the only negative thing about it is that the speaker is on the back, and that not the greatest speaker. And my last two cell phones have been HTC phones, which have 2 speakers on the front and audio. Everybody on those cell phones talks about how great the audio is. And if you've been watching my videos, you know I have hearing loss in both ears, so that's the one drawback on this. So anyway, when I got this, I was getting it because of an upgrade, more memory, everything. But then when I got to thinking, hey, I think I'll get lower cost cell phone service, because with my other phones I was tied in. This is an unlocked phone. I was tied in with whoever I got it from, Virgin Mobile. So I thought, well, okay, I'll look around and find a low cost. So I checked out Straight Talk, Walmart's plan. I checked out T-Mobile. Checked out Ting, I guess it is. And I thought, hey, and they say their average customer bill is $27 a month. You don't actually pick out a plan. They just charge you according to how many minutes you use, text messages, how much data, and the less you use. And I thought I can do that, because my other cell phone, like the one before this, I had it, of course, set up. Well, I had unlimited everything on it, but anyway, when I'm here at the house, which is 99.9% of the time, I use I had the setting to use Wi-Fi for all the data transfers, and so I thought, well, I'll do the same thing with this. So I decided to go with Ting. Got their SIM card, put it in, got everything configured and working, and this is like yesterday. I could not find a setting on here anyplace that let me tell it to use Wi-Fi. Oh, you're too far away. I can't reach. To use Wi-Fi, and so as I'm loading in, signed in my Google accounts and all that. And so it's loading in all my apps and data onto this. And I saw that it was, using cell phone, not using Wi-Fi, and I couldn't find the setting. So, whoops, I was going to turn that on. Okay. So, I then was watching, of course, very closely watching the billing. And yesterday, you pay $6 a month, and then whatever data you use. And yesterday, I owed, or the day before, whatever it was, I owed $6 that was going to be for the month. And of course, I never use my cell phone. I mean, I might make a 2 or 3 minute cell phone call, a month. So minutes for that is not really important. But I made 9 phone calls because I was trying to, I called my home and back and forth to see what it sounded like and if it was dialing. And so that was $3 for 9 calls and then there was $12 in charges for data, 100 and let's see. Is that this one? Okay. Yeah. The first day I got this, the 27th, when it was loading all these apps in, it was 150 megabytes of data. And that was $12. So my other phone, it was a lot. I was sitting here, but I was using Wi-Fi. These apps are updating all the time. Gmail is, updating. So I can't afford to spend $12 a day, or maybe it's only going to be $10 a day for data for a month. So today I'll be getting I guess I could go with Walmart. I think I'll probably go with T-Mobile. I'll get the SIM card and cancel. I canceled Virgin Mobile yesterday on my other phone. So I'll be canceling this, I guess, today. So, welcome to my world. Something else I wanted to, wanted to tell you a little bit about this phone. The phone is a good deal, I think. This isn't going to be a review of it, but it's a 5.2 1080p full HD display, 1.3 gigabyte octa-core, 64-bit processor. I guess octa-core is 8. And 13 megapixel camera, 2 gigabytes of RAM, 5 megapixel front-facing camera, 4G LET, and it runs Android 5.1 Lollipop. So I'm happy with the cell phone, but I'm afraid to turn it on. Meet new from, okay, that's a video, let's see. So I'm going to get out today and power off. Pick up a T-Mobile card, SIM card. Let's see. The other day we lost power for about 45 minutes from a storm that came through Fort Worth. And okay, that doesn't show up in the camera, and I can't reach over. I need a remote control camera. So I'm making sure that everything. I have plenty of flashlights. I have a. May have seen it before. There's a couple look like regular light bulbs, but they're LED bulbs. There's a solar panel in the window that charges up the battery there. So all I needed to do the other night was hit and turn the lights on. So that worked out okay. People the other day when the storm came through, a lot of them covered their cars because last week there was a hailstorm that came through that did tremendous amount of damage to cars in this West Fort Worth area. So what else did I want to mention? Seems like there was something, but instead of searching for it, I'll just bring this to a conclusion, and I'm sure I'll be updating you on my cell phone. I started out with Sprint a long time ago in Kansas City, Missouri. I had left Kansas City, went to Orlando, used Sprint, came back to Texas, came to Texas, was using Sprint, went to Miami, and then I went, and down there I used Metro PCS. What's the other one? Can't remember. I used that. Then I ended up at some point going with, I'm not sure, Virgin Mobile. And I was really happy with Metro PCS, and I was happy with those services. And I've been happy with, it's been okay with Virgin Mobile. Now Sprint, that I originally started with, that I had for years, I was not happy with them. They always were making billing mistakes. Never, if something happens, occasionally it would be in the customer's favor. Never. And they made major mistakes. And so I've been happy with the rest, and I guess I'll be going back now going to a major player. Well, of course, Virgin Mobile is sort of a major player because they use the Sprint network. So I have a ton of reviews that I need to do for Amazon. Got some interesting items, some tweezers. Kit of, well, let's see, wait a minute. We can take care of that here. Howard's notebook. Go here. Go down to, there's that storm that came through the other night. Go down to the bottom. Click on Amazon reviews. Now here's these tweezers. Pretty nice little set, and it's only $8. Reviewed this watch yesterday, I think it was. I'm not really into watches at all nowadays. Well, for a long time, before there were cell phones, I was using palm devices, and that's how I was getting my time. I've reviewed a bunch of these tactical flashlights. Reviewed another one the other day. Not sure if this is one that had the, yeah, it did. Green, no, that's not it. Never mind. But I reviewed that the other day. They're really nice. Yeah, here's the one that puts out a green light. And I think I told you about the modular pen that come with all these magnets. It'd be really fun to play with. So, but I got a bunch of got some interesting things, but I don't post all of the reviews that I do on Amazon. I don't post all of them on YouTube. But if it's something I really think you'll be interested in, I should have posted the one on the tweezers, because that's something when you're working on a computer. In the past, I don't know how many times, always it seemed like every time, maybe I'd just be putting a new board into it, or tightening something down or whatever, and a screw or something falls down in the computer, and you gotta try to get it out. And I didn't have tweezers. I'd see if I'd try to get a pair of long needle nose pliers, and they wouldn't fit or whatever. So anyway, thank you very much for watching.